Hello, my name is Sarah, and today I'll be teaching you how to factor trinomials. Let's start off with the example a squared plus 7a minus 30. The first step is to find out what times what equals negative 30. Now, these factors also have to be able to be added together to get the middle term, which is 7. So, for this problem, it would be negative 3 times 10. Therefore, our answer would be a minus 3 times a plus 10. Our next example is b squared minus 7b plus 10. This time, we're going to have to find out what times what equals 10, and those same factors, again, have to be able to be added together to get negative 7. In this instance, it would be negative 2 and negative 5. So, our answer would be b minus 5 times b minus 5. Our third example is m squared plus 12m plus 35. Here, our numbers are 7 and 5, so our answer would be m plus 7 and m plus 5. Let's try a slightly harder problem. What happens if there is a coefficient of the first term? In this case, you'll have to divide by the first term. So, the problem 6n squared minus 18n minus 420 would be simplified to n squared minus 3n minus 70. This is a lot easier to dissect. So, what times what equals negative 70, and what plus what equals negative 3. Here, our numbers will be negative 10 and positive 7. So, our answer is n minus 10 and n plus 7. Now, let's try my 2 and in this case, we have 4 and 16, or negative 4 and negative 16. And now, we plug those into the original equation. So now, our equation will be 2n squared minus 4n minus 16n plus 32. Now we put those into parentheses. So parentheses 2n squared minus 4n close parentheses, and parentheses negative 16n plus 32 close parentheses. Now we factor these binomials within the parentheses. So, for 2n squared minus 4n, we would factor out 2n, which would leave us with n minus 2. For the second binomial, we would factor out negative 16, which would leave us with n minus 2. So, since our two new binomials are the same, we know that we can use that binomial as our first binomial in our new answer. So, we would put n minus 2 in parentheses, and then for our second binomial, we would take the two numbers that were left out of the original two that we factored out, which in this case are 2n, and negative 16. And that is how you factor trinomials.